Another morning, and I am walking around because, yeah, we got to make this happen. Got to get the 30-minute live stream out of the day. So, last night was pretty good. Got some good sleep and worked on my newsletter a little bit, and also started making a 100-day plan to improve my life. So, that's good. There's an episode from Sahil Bloom's podcast, Curiosity Chronicle, about how if you had like the best CEO of all time, look at your life and create like a 100-day plan, what kind of things would be on it. And it kind of made me think about, well, for me, it would be letting go of a lot of things that, are in the past, especially like trying to make certain things happen that like you had the opportunity to make it happen, but it didn't happen. But then there's other things that could still very much happen, and it's sort of up to you. So yeah, that's kind of what I have on it. And I had it broken up into 3 phases just to help me to stay on track, because we can have these super grandiose plans, but if you don't have it broken down a little bit, it's can be a little bit tough to fall through. So yeah, we're just kind of walking around. Got to stay the night at some family's house, so that was nice. Nice change of scenery. Thankful for that. Thankful for breakfast I'll get to have later. It's a blessing. And yeah, just grateful I'm doing a better job of just kind of staying close to the Lord and not worrying about, the day-to-day stuff. It's like there's that quote that says, if you do the little things well, the big things will take care of themselves. I think there's a lot of truth in that. You have good communication. You do a good job of doing the work you got to do each day. And sometimes it really it really isn't that much. Like, there's those projects back in school, and it's like, okay, well, this is due in a month. So, today you can make the title slide and do a little research on what you overall want to say. That's all you got to do. You can do that in 20 minutes easily. And then the next day you do something else. Next day you do something else. I remember I had this Excel class my final semester of college, and I remember being like, all right, well, if I just spend an hour on this class every day, I'll be chilling. That would have been true. However, I only did that the first couple days, and then there's this deeper part of me that was like, wow, I feel really ahead of the game. This feels like weird. I'm used to being behind, or I'm used to like feeling this like struggle, and I don't feel that. It's difficult to feel that kind of struggle at the beginning of a semester unless you just feel an overall struggle in life. But, that's all in the past now. Today we're just walking around and, just walking around, kind of walking around, and that's it. So today the plan is to get this done, get this little morning walk in, maybe say hi if anybody shows up, and if not, that's cool too. We're just kind of showing up, hence the title. God knows exactly what you need. I think right now I really need the platform to just help myself hear what I need to hear myself say, and to be able to do that without much thought or anything, just to jump into it, which is nice. It's nice to live in a world where you can do that pretty easily. And because it's easy, like, you can't really expect to have huge game-breaking results right off the bat. But if you keep showing up, things tend to work out in your favor. So, yeah, today gonna be a little more chill day. Get some work done, eat some breakfast, and then head back home. So, prepare for my move. I think that's been one of the biggest takeaways from today and just this visit to family, is that I need to make sure I'm more prepared for this move than I am. Because I still have a lot of books at home and some other stuff. So I'm going to try to see if I can potentially sell those. That would help. And yeah, because I'm kind of carrying a little bit too much right now. There's this song from Winnie the Pooh. It's called Adventure's a Wonderful Thing. And it just says, like, you pack only the essentials. So it's like, yeah, if you are in a place where you're living and you've got it figured out, well, you can keep, a lot of the stuff around that you have. However, if you're in this adventure mode and you're kind of on your own, doing your own thing, like, you really just need the essentials. And I'm in the adventure mode. I'm not settling. I don't have any house or equity. I don't have anything like that. So, it's like about taking care of me, myself, and I, building up the soul and the person inside. Hey, I do have a little bit of money. Yeah. And I have a job, and I have a newsletter, and I have other ways I can get money. Right. So, so that's nice. We have a pretty good place. And why do you need a house if you have money? Well, eventually I'd like to have a family. So that's in the future. Yeah. It's just like, goes back to the title again. God knows what you need. So, like, when I graduated from college, I had a breakup happen, and I kind of thought that was the worst thing in the world, but now I realize it was the best thing that could have happened for me, because it helped me to really face myself and understand, like, where I was doing well, but I wasn't acknowledging it. Yeah, I would hope that I'd meet a girl that would be decent. Yeah, I would hope not. Yeah, right now we're just chilling, because I haven't met somebody that I would want to spend the rest of my life with. That hasn't happened yet. So right now we're in this discovery building phase, and with my writing and stuff, I need to make sure I'm in a good energy flow and space. So yeah, I'm definitely not settling. So yeah, no forcing anything. Yeah, I've had a couple relatives that got divorced. It's not a pretty picture, really not. So no, I've learned much that you can just be single, chilling with God, be in a pretty good place. Might go to Walmart. That'd be fun. Yeah, I think, but I mean, I don't have any. I do have money. I just don't have money besides for rent and like a couple other things like food. Like, I really don't have. I have money, just not money besides what, like, I pay for rent and stuff. So kind of living paycheck to paycheck right now. That's okay. It's funny too. Like, yesterday I was talking about it with my cousin. It's like, well, last year at this time I was living paycheck to paycheck, and today I'm still living paycheck to paycheck. So it really shows that, I mean, I already knew this, but you can't just expect your life to dramatically improve with time. It can actually get worse with time if you're not kind to the time. Time needs to be your ally, not your enemy. So yeah, if you're not like doing anything with the time, if you're not maximizing on opportunities that are presented to you to help you grow in that season, then you might get to the end of you might get to the next Thanksgiving and realize, oh yeah, like, I haven't really done much. So yeah, I think we're gonna walk to Walmart. It sounds fun. There's gonna be there'll probably be some Black Friday people there. So yeah, I'll walk to Walmart, and then I don't know, there might have the Mario Kart game or something like that. I know they had Mario Kart World last time I was there, so might run into some friends there. I don't know. You never know. So probably nothing of much consequence will happen, but it'll be fun. And I'm up for a little adventure. So that's where we're going. Yeah, I'm trying to remember What is the way to Walmart? I think it's this way. Yeah. So, I'm tripping. It's been a bit since I went on this trail. But yeah. I hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. If you celebrate, you had a good day, good stuff. That would be the hope. And just know that God is aware of what you're feeling and going through. He can send help of people that have been through a similar thing, help of people that have made it through and dealt with the pain and the sorrow and the stress well, and didn't get consumed by it. I watched listened rather to this really good video from Alex Hormozy about like pressure and responding well to pressure, about fortitude and resilience, and how long it takes you to get back up after a setback. It's interesting. It's helpful. So this is kind of what I'm looking at right now, in case you're curious. Got some horses. So yeah, just morning walk. I know if I can get like a good morning walk in every day, regardless of whether I live stream it, do a little live stream, it'll just be better for my overall physical and mental health. Sahil Bloom said that he has gotten more ideas on walks than in all of his time working and just listening to podcasts and stuff like that combined. And I agree. There's just a clarity of mind. And I feel like the last couple of weeks, I've definitely been getting greater clarity of mind. We got Ring cameras in the modern world. Don't listen to this dude of poor taste in women. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of miracles and blessings everywhere. And everything's just kind of part of the season. So, yeah, I mean, just one day at a time, right? I don't expect anything. I need to get into a better place myself before I could welcome another person into my life, have another relationship, get in a better place for that. That's going to take time. It really comes down, I mean, people say this all the time, but it comes down to your choices. So like yesterday, I decided to, get a tiny bit of work done before going to bed, and that felt good. Always feels good to end on a W. It feels good to end on a W, to end on a win, end with some momentum, to be like, all right, yeah. Because it's been said that the energy you end with at the end of the day is the energy you begin with the next day. So there's so much power in just being able to be like, yeah, just locking that in. Like, I'm going to make sure I get some kind of W on the scoreboard before I go to bed. I mean, I remember times playing NBA Jam with my cousins, and if you can get like a couple good shots off at the end of the quarter, you can turn things around. And if it's last quarter, you can still win the game. It's not over yet. So, a lot of it's just about showing up really as you are. Like I made some podcast recordings way back right after my breakup, and those are some treasured memories, man. Some treasured memories to go back and see that even though I was in that broken place, like, I was still willing to step into God's love and his mercy and to feel that and to try and express that, Those things are precious. Although, on the other hand, there's been other times where it's like, we have this long gap where I'm like, where are the videos? Where were this and that? It's like, well, I was still living and existing. However, I didn't make any videos for whatever reason. And there's not really a good reason why. What's up, Mel? Flag on fire, welcome. I'm on the way to Walmart. we're just walking around. We're not expecting anything today. We're just walking around. So, yeah. Unbothered. Unbothered is the word. Unbothered. Just chilling. Got to spend the night at my cousin's. That was awesome. Now, just walking around. Blessed and unbothered. That's it. Really is it. Blessed, unbothered, content, all those words. Yeah, we're just rocking and rolling. Keeping the momentum going. Appreciating the memories, you know? It really is this thought of like, I know I'm not going to be in this place very long, so let's enjoy it, right? Like, I'll be heading back home by the end of the day, so let's cherish, you know, moments and memories as they're here. So, it was pretty solid. Yeah, I got to hang out with family. I got to, talk to family, eat some food, meet some new people, play some Smash Bros with my cousin. It was nice and chill. I can't complain. We might go talk to this Walmart worker real quick just for funsies. I don't know. It just has to do with the vibe. It really does. Some people catch it, some people don't. Some people are in the mood. You don't force it. No, I think I'll leave it be. We're almost at Walmart though, so that's cool. Yeah, it's really, right now it's about showing up for myself. And like they say that how you do one thing's how you do everything. So if I could show up in this way on here and do well, speak what I want to say, dive into it, potentially help some people, then, you know, that can overflow into the other things in my life. So it's kind of the idea. Today's day 6 of doing these every day. So I think a lot of it with making it a daily habit, you just keep trying stuff, learning stuff, and then you starts to click. Learn from the mistakes, you learn from the things that didn't really work out. Give yourself some grace, and then eventually you get there. So I don't know if we'll be able to keep this streak up for super long or anything, but you know, today's day 6. That's something. I think one of the things that's helped a lot is keeping it really simple and being like, well, all I have to do is show up for half an hour. That's the minimum. Yeah, Jesus is king. It's all we need. All we need. So, yeah. Appreciate you being here, Christ for life. That's what we need. So, yeah, there's so much power in being like, you know what, I'm just going to trust in what God's doing and not force anything. We're just flowing with it. Jesus loves you, yeah. Amen to that. We're almost at Walmart. Shout out to the Walmart workers here on Black Friday. So, I don't really expect anything crazy, but it's Walmart and it's Black Friday, so might be a little crazy. So, you guys are legends. Appreciate you. Yeah, they got they're just working. Always fun getting trampled for a flat screen TV. Yeah, it looks like they're moving some TVs and stuff right now. How are you, bro? Huh? How are you doing? You doing good? Good. I'm doing awesome, man. Huh? Keep up the good work, bro.
Thank you.
Do you want to say anything for the camera?
No.
You're chilling?
Yeah.
Take care, dude. Yeah, it's fun. Yeah, there's a lot of people over there, so nobody really wants to be on camera yet. Only asked one person. I don't know. you're just having fun with it, you know? There's no stakes or anything. It's just is what it is. So I think that really is the important thing, is like I don't live here. So like this is it. You know what I mean? This is the adventure. This is it. Like this is the fun part. Like kind of thing. This is, yeah. We'll just see what ends up happening, if anything. Hello. Yeah. Just walking around. Technology really is crazy. You can just do this. All right, we're in Walmart. Hello. Yeah. I don't have my wallet with me, which that definitely helps. If you don't have a wallet with you, you're probably not going to buy anything. So, yeah, I feel like after the pandemic, Black Friday kind of got nerfed a little bit. I mean, I think there was this point where it's like beyond crazy. Now it's kind of more chillaxed. So the general human being in public doesn't really want to be on camera. So even if you're getting live streamed to 3 people, it's really not that many. But it's something. So yeah, we're at Walmart. So hallelujah, it's fun. So yeah, God knows what you need. So that's a comfort. It's a comfort when we don't know what's going on and we're feeling frustrated and whatnot. He knows what happened. He knows how to put things back together, but he also wants us to learn from what happened, learn from the mistakes, learn from the highs and lows and stuff. So just cruising around. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. We're kind of just making like a quick sweep. Oh, nice. Cool. Some people playing Switch stuff, so that's fun. I'm in Utah. Yeah. There's some people playing the Switch too, so that's cool. Yep, you can see them. Yeah, it's fun. I think sometimes in life we're like planning to do like a fast, like a dive of some kind, and sometimes it's a little more chill. So they're kind of just observing. So kind of reminds me of the energy at like airports. People are moving around and trying to find what they secured online. Trying to find it. This is $278. So that's fun. That's crazy. You have to really love. What is this? A Murrah swivel chair. That's probably why. It's because it swivels. The swivel functionality. The swivel functionality is like, okay, it's a chair, but you add in the swivel functionality, and now it's like super, super, super valuable. So yeah, definitely the airport energy. There's a lot of people here. But it's nothing like like Sears with the flat screens and stuff back in the day. They have like those flat screens, like really cheap. Nothing like that. Yeah. Do want to share this though. This is the book section. And there's been multiple times where I come by the book section. I'm like, I'd like to have my stuff here, you know? And it's very possible. I really am inspired by Dave Pilkey because he has ADHD like I do, and I think there might be something about it. Maybe it's not in this book. But yeah, I mean, the thing with Dave Pilkey is he's basically got the formula, right? He has the formula, and you just follow the formula over and over again. You have the conflict, you have the characters, you have some kind of thing they have to overcome. You make it enticing and interesting. I mean, this one's actually like a major motion picture, so that's crazy. You do that, and you get to a pretty good place. So that's how you make it happen. Same thing with like Rick Riordan too. I mean, he just keeps pumping out the books over and over and over again. And that's what you have to be committed to when you're a writer. You do have to be committed to writing consistently. So, yeah, I was hoping to talk to at least one Walmart worker, but, you know, it's all right. I wasn't like really expecting anything, so can't really be disappointed. Yeah, that's kind of that. Great shirt, man. He's wearing an N64 shirt. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I've live streamed in a Walmart before, so you can add that to the bucket list. So, yeah. That's the base price. The 500 is the one that's it's a tip. Yep. So people talk about the Switch 2, other stuff. It would be kind of like finding like a unicorn to find somebody that would be willing to chat real quick. It'd be even crazier to find somebody I already know. There are some people I know that would be at this Walmart, but I don't know. It's also Black Friday. So, but yeah, it was fun to look at the book section real quick. Someday I'll have my stuff there. You just have to be patient and continuing to show up. I think of like this is like bare minimum of like doing a little YouTube live stream. Like that's kind of bare minimum with doing the speaking thing today. So
they have that.
Yeah. It's fun to walk around a little bit, see some people. We just kind of saw some stuff. Not much really happened. But it's fun. Yeah, it just kind of gives you an idea of like how different your experience will be depending on the energy that you're bringing to it. So, take care, man. So, at the very least, you're just kind of scattering some good vibes and whatever. Yeah. Not much to report. Just walking around. So, I got to get some breakfast too. Yeah, I don't know. It's just, I remember when I was living by myself one of the other times. And it's just so important to go exploring and figure out what's around you. How's your day going, dude? Good. Yeah. But it's like you show up enough, eventually you'll get things flowing, you'll get to a better place. I feel like Walmart probably wouldn't have the best of the Black Friday deals. There'd probably be some other place that has better deals. We're at the 30-minute mark, so we can end it right here and boom, we're good for the day. That's the nice thing of getting this done in the morning. We're just being consistent, that's it. Consistent. Not worrying about a thing. Just you let the work speak for you. And this is just the beginning, right? So, yeah, mad respect to these workers helping out. Moving on through. They got multiple flat screen TVs here. Yeah, they got a couple flat screens and some other stuff. Yeah, we just got to build the good habits. That's it. Eventually, like, things start to carry you along, and it becomes weird to not do it. I'm at the point where it feels weird for me not to talk to people, but I'm also at the point where, like, if I wasn't streaming this right now, I would definitely have talked to those guys. They also look a little busy with the TV, so I want to respect that. They didn't expect me to show up out of nowhere, so, you know, gotta respect that. But yeah, you know, we're knocking out a couple birds with one stone. We got the walking. I'm walking right now. We're doing this, of course. Talking. Keeping an ongoing dialogue. And it really is about, like, if I can, you know, if you can just get, like, one or two people that might stick around for the long haul or be more curiously sticking around, then see it as it unfolds. That's how you'll get there. Yeah. I mean, I had those video game streams back in the day where you would jump on and it was super hype and exciting. And then, you know, the stream would be dead for a little bit. Like, I wouldn't stream for a week or two. And then it's hard to build anything sustainable with that. So, gosh, that was fun. I mean, we just walked in Walmart. I think the thing is that I was ready to talk to people, but most people, like, on Black Friday, it's like, what is something to say? Like, hey, I'm here to buy stuff. It still would have been fun to have somebody else make an appearance. I think the toughest part with live streaming, though, is it's live, like, right now. Like, the second you're on the camera, like, you're on the camera. So like, there wouldn't be, I mean, you could, you know, obviously you can only see me. So I could have been like, hey, would you like to be on the camera really quick? And I did ask a couple people, but, you know, so it is what it is, right? It gives you yeah, it just gives you an idea, right? Gives you an idea. And if somebody wanted to talk to me, like, who's that guy holding a camera? Who's that guy? What is he doing? You know, I was there. And if one of you guys was there, then I was there. It was possible for me to be seen. So I actually started working on a poem last night about being seen and being chosen. I think that's such a powerful idea and concept, especially when other people have, like, passed you up. You have people that are intentionally choosing you. That's really powerful, and I've had that opportunity. And even more powerful, I think, is I've had the opportunity to choose somebody that wasn't used to being chosen. So there's a lot of power in that. Yeah, so I mean, that's kind of that. We just had the little Walmart visit. And heading back now and get some breakfast. Now my brain's been cleared up a little bit by the walking around, so that's good. And that's it. You know, it's just that consistently showing up. Like, I definitely have the time. It's just making the time. That's all it is. So, I mean, I'm already Already at 35 minutes. So I do think that's one of the other tough parts about a video game live stream is like it's usually built on like really long hours. Like most streams, they don't go. They're like 3 or 4 hours or longer. It's tough to have like a really fire stream on a video game stream in like an hour. I mean, usually the first 15 minutes is them just kind of getting warmed up and stuff. So yeah, overall been a decent morning. We're just getting the ball rolling. Yep, today was day 6 of doing this every day. Tomorrow will be day 7, one day at a time. That is how it works. That is how it works. It was good to be by the book section. I think it's important to remind yourself and be at those places that remind you where you'd like to be. When you spend enough time there, you'll start to, take actions that will help you to get there. But yeah, that's really what it comes down to. It's like God knows what you need. He knows where you're at. He can send help. And it says in Lamentations 3:22-25 about how God's mercies are new every morning and all that stuff. So yeah, that's basically it. Got to see people doing their thing, buying stuff. So yeah, not a bad way to start the day. Just chilling, walking around. I think that really does help illustrate like how much you can get done in a relatively short period of time, assuming you're close. So, oh look, we got some kind of cat ahead of me on the road. But yeah, I hope you guys have a good Black Friday, having a good day, and yeah, it just goes great for you. We still got some time in 2025, so it's been a little bit of a crazy year for me personally, learning more what I actually want and don't want, and that's very useful. I was telling my cousin about it. It's like, well, now that I've figured out a lot of the stuff that I like and that I need and stuff, I can spend 2026 diving deeper into those things. I'm planning to get a Kindle by the end of the year just to read on. Kindle Scribe would be cool, but I just need a Kindle too. Well, I'd like a Kindle so I can just read before I go to bed. I think that'd be huge. That'd be huge. So yeah, we just gotta save up the monies, and we want to like make all these things happen at once, but like I was wanting to just get a bunch of writing done today, but I'm like, you know what? I think it'd be better if I got a walk in. I think God created our bodies like this for a reason of how we need to have exercise and our hearts need oxygen, and it's good to be outside. So I think that's good. It's good. Yeah, way blessed. And sometimes God will just bless you in ways you didn't expect. So gotta be thankful for that. And direction is much more important than speed. Direction is way more important than speed. If you're heading in the right direction, I really don't think you have anything to worry about. As long as you keep moving in that direction, not like going in this direction one day and then the next day you're going in this other direction, because that kind of doesn't super help. So yeah, that's kind of it. We're just walking around and gonna eat some breakfast. So, but yeah, I'm very grateful to have been born into a family that has pretty good perspective of life and lives in that perspective. Pretty good paradigm. So yeah, I'm excited to see what's around the corner. Blessings and stuff like that. There's a chicken. Here, chicken. You want me on the camera real quick? Hello. Little chicken. Buck, buck, buck. Oh, Mr. Rooster, hello. You're doing cock-a-doodly doing? All the cockly-doodly do? I guess you guys are all roosters. Holy Sacagawea, dude. These guys are all roosters. I think there's a chicken, but yeah, there's the chicken. And you got rooster. Don't have a very good view of this, but you got the chicken rooster, another rooster, and the other rooster. Kind of reminds me of story of Peter and Jesus, when Peter's like, yeah, I'll do anything for you, Lord. And Jesus is like, well, you're going to deny me thrice before the cock crows, before you hear the rooster crowing. And Peter's like, yeah, that's not going to happen. And then boom, gets put in that situation. Then you just hear cock-a-doodle-doo. So just choose God, choose Jesus, choose the plan, choose to trust the plan, choose joy. Yeah. So that was fun. You can tell Satan, not today, not today. Not today, Satan. Yeah. So that is it. Very blessed. And you gotta acknowledge, like, all of the other previous stuff. Like I've done a lot of live streams even on this YouTube channel before we hit this streak. Although I'm pretty sure it's the longest streak I've had of doing these every day. So yeah, it all added up. There's a stream that I first met Mel, and there's been all these other streams. So it all adds up. You just gotta keep showing up, keep learning, all that stuff. Keep figuring things out. So yeah, I'd really like to get into a better place financially. And it kind of goes back to that same quote about how you do one thing is how you do everything. So getting the content creation, making this happen is good practice. Helped me to be more locked in with stuff, because I'm making space, right, to do something I really love doing. So probably I need to do this like early in the day, maybe, I don't know. The idea is just to make it consistent, and do those things that are in line with like who I'd like to become, right? I like winter because it makes me appreciate the summer more. So sad seeing trees without leaves. Yeah. These trees are bare. Got like 5 leaves on it. Yeah, I feel like this will be a gnarly winter. But I think when you give yourself some grace, some space, be like, yeah, this is how I'm gonna show up. I'm not gonna give myself the pressure. Like earlier I was saying, like, okay, we're gonna do bubbles away from troubles and do that for 365 days. Like, I would get tired of blowing bubbles. And I guess that's kind of the point, but I'd rather have it be more open-ended and be like, you know what? Let's just have you show up and flow with whatever's happening in the moment. So yeah, you never know. I could be back here a year from now and go to that same Walmart, have more food, have more money, and buy a granola bar or something, It's progress. It's all about progress, learning, all that stuff. I have a cousin that I got to hang out with today or yesterday, and he was telling me about he's planning to have a house next year. So that's cool. he's been saving up. I don't think it's like necessarily the best time to buy a house, but I mean, it's nice to buy a house. You can rent it out to people, help pay for the rent. So, and I think the idea is to get started early, because if you get started early, then any of the things that you do, it's really going to help you out, you know? Like doing this right now certainly will help me for future streams, future book launches, future everything. Just being consistent with showing up on camera helps. Also helps me to be more accountable to myself, my stuff. So really do think this is going to help a lot. I mean, there is that quote that says, like, you won't change your life until you change one thing you do every day. Like, there's something you do every day, like, it's going to compound really fast. Like, if you played an hour of video games every day, it doesn't sound like a lot until, like, you're beating all these different games that you hadn't even touched before, because most video games are, like, around 10 or 15 hours-ish. So, probably play through a new game every 2 weeks or something. So, yeah, you don't have to binge play or whatever. You can just have a consistent schedule with it. But yeah, right now we're just walking around. We were at Walmart earlier. Nothing really happened. Said hi to a couple people. And yeah, it was chilling. So I'm grateful, dude. I mean, I read today from this church talk, and it's talking about this guy that can't recognize faces anymore. He got like shot, and it like affected something in his brain. Like, I think he like got shot in the ear, but it affected something in his brain that like he can't recognize faces anymore. Like he can't recognize the face of his wife anymore. He can't recognize his mom's face anymore. So he has to use like other things to understand if it's her or not. So that's tough, like freckles or how they walk or something like that. That's tough. So it's good to be kind to where you're at. Show up for yourself, doing those things that'll help you get where you need to go. So I think that's kind of it for today. But I'll see you again tomorrow. Be at day 7. We're just chilling. Blessed, very blessed, grateful. And we're just gonna keep improving, keep getting better, change, adapt, learn, build from all things. So yeah, peace for you as well, Mel. Thank you so much. Yeah, I think it's kind of a wrap. But I know that God knows perfectly where you're at. He is merciful. He's able to work things around this amazing way to bring you back to a really good spot. And that time he's over time and space and logic, so he can definitely get you to a really good place. It just takes time and trust, and that the best is ahead with him. So know these things are true, and say these things in the name of Jesus Christ, amen. I will catch you tomorrow potentially. See you later. Thanks for coming. Bye.